Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavana Dham. Jaya Lalita Visakha, Jaya Radhe Shyam, Lalita Visakha, Jaya Radhe Shyam. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. नित्रेण प्रविष्ट जयं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद एसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी जगतगुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। जय श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ, श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ, षडगोस्वामी प्रभुगण की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री श्री वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय। जय श्री श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। जय श्री श्री पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथ पुरी धाम की जय। जय श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय। जय श्री श्री द्वारका धाम की जय। जय श्री श्री बद्रिका धाम की जय। जय श्री श्री अयोध्या धाम की जय। जय श्री श्री कृष्ण भक्ति पदायिनी श्री श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। जय श्री श्री गंगा मैया की जय। जय श्री श्री जमुना मैया की जय। जय श्री श्री जुगधर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। जय श्री श्री पतित पावन हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। निताय गौर सीतानाथ प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devotees हरे कृष्णा। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devotees हरे कृष्णा। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devotees हरे कृष्णा। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू श्री गुरु एंड गौरांग श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। Hare Krishna. So first of all, I am welcoming all the listeners who are present here, all the exalted Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, and those who are watching online also. So please, all of you, be kind enough upon this fallen soul like me. I have no qualification to speak on this subject matter, but still I will try to do so with the causeless mercy of all of you and the blessings of all of you, for my own purification and for the pleasure of my spiritual masters, Srila Prabhupada, all the Vaishnavas, and also for the divine lordships who are worshipped in Vrindavan Dham. So for last so many days we are hearing from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and the so now we are discussing the 10th chapter, which is entitled as the opulence of the absolute. So today we have been assigned to discuss the 26th verse of chapter 10 of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Kindly repeat after me. Aśvatthaḥ sarva-vṛkṣāṇāṁ devarṣīṇām ca nāradaḥ gandharvāṇām citrarathaḥ siddhānām kapilo muniḥ aśvatthaḥ sarva-vṛkṣāṇāṁ devarṣīṇām ca nāradaḥ gandharvāṇām citrarathaḥ siddhānām kapilo muniḥ aśvatthaḥ sarva-vṛkṣāṇāṁ devarṣīṇām ca nāradaḥ gandharvāṇām citrarathaḥ siddhānām kapilo muniḥ. Please repeat.
aśvattha sarva-vṛkṣāṇāṁ
aśvatthaḥ sarva-vṛkṣāṇāṁ
devarṣīṇāṁ ca nāradaḥ
gandharvāṇām citrarathaḥ
siddhānām kapilo muniḥ.
aśvatthaḥ sarva-vṛkṣāṇāṁ
devarṣīṇāṁ ca nāradaḥ gandharvāṇāṁ citrarathaḥ siddhānām kapilo muniḥ. Mataji. aśvatthaḥ sarva-vṛkṣāṇāṁ devarṣīṇāṁ ca nāradaḥ gandharvāṇāṁ citrarathaḥ siddhānām kapilo muniḥ. So, word to word meaning. Aśvatthaḥ, the banyan tree. Sarva-vṛkṣāṇāṁ, of all trees. Devarṣīṇāṁ, of all the sages amongst the demigods. Cha, and. Nārada. Gandharvāṇām, of the citizens of the Gandharva planet. Citraratha. Siddhānām, of all those who are perfected. Kapila Muni. The translation and purport of this text by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanavinda Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. All the trees, of all the trees, I am the banyan tree, and of the sages among the demigods, I am Nārada. Of the Gandharvas, I am Citraratha, and among perfected beings, I am the sage Kapila. Kindly repeat after me. Of all trees, I am the banyan tree, and of the sages among the demigods, I am Nārada. Of the Gandharvas, I am Citraratha, and among perfected beings, I am the sage Kapila. Purport. The banyan tree, aśvattha, is one of the highest and most beautiful trees, and people in India often worship it as one of their daily morning rituals. So all of you must have heard the banyan tree. In Vrindavan also, so many bata-vrukṣas are there. How many bata-vrukṣas are there? Prominent are few, like Bansi Bhat, near Bhandirvan, and there are another Bansi Bhat near our Parikama Marg, near Jhadu Mandal. Another Visram Bhat, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took rest, and one Akshay Bhat near where? Ramghat. So many bata-vrukṣas are there, that is aśvattha. Actually, there is little different. There is a heart-shaped leaf, you must have seen. It is very, very auspicious and very sacred tree. It is worshipable. So it is mentioned, Prabhupada writes, that one of the highest, what do you mean by highest? It's not just height. There are so many. Sequoia tree, it is in meters, and the diameter is so big the truck can pass within the stem. So like that, there are very, in the trees they live up to 5,000 years, like, Jamala Arjun, where? In Gokul. So like that, here it means the lifespan of average lifespan of a aśvattha tree, that is banyan trees, approximately 900 to 1500 years. So in that sense, it is known as highest. One of the, and most beautiful tree, so beautiful, not just materially, but also spiritually. And people in India often worship it. And Rupa Goswami mentions in Bhakti Rasamrita Sundar, he says, the banyan trees must be respected and worshipped and meditated upon. It is one of the 64 characteristics of devotional service. If you read that chapter, it is mentioned the first 10 positive characters, like what is there? Guru Padasraya, Guru Siksha Diksha, and Visram Bhavana, Guru Seva. So like that, the 10th point probably is this. How to respect the trees, especially transcendental trees. And in Bhagavad Gita, where it is mentioned banyan tree, anybody remembers? In 15th chapter, first. So what is that sloka? First one, Urdham Mulam Adam Sakha. You will be hearing later on. The root is up and the branches are down. That's why it is compared to the material world, upside down. The real tree is there in the spiritual world. So if you see the tree is here and there is a water reservoir, you will see the reflection. Very nicely Prabhupada Kṛṣṇa describes the water is like a desire. We have so many desires, and that the reflection of the trees is there, so which is imaginary, and the Vedas are the leaves and the twigs are the sense objects, like that, so many things, branches, like that. So and as a morning ritual, you must have seen in our temple courtyard, there is a tree which people worship. What is that? Yeah, that is inside the temple. Yeah, Tamal tree is also Kṛṣṇa. Now, one particularly at Amla Navami in Odisha, in Sakhi Gopal, there is Imli tree. You can use that leaves in absence of Tulsi. If you don't have Tulsi, you can use Imli trees leaves to offer to the Lord. So like that, it is also worshipable. Many trees are there like that. So amongst the demigods, first thing is, he said, aśvatthaḥ sarva-vṛkṣāṇāṁ. Then devarṣīṇāṁ cha nāradaḥ. Prabhupada writes, among the demigods, deva and ṛṣī. He is simultaneously a demigod and a sage. It's a combination of two. Or in other words, you can interpret, amongst the demigods, he is the sage. He is the spiritual master. Of course, Brihaspati is also a spiritual master, but Nārada Muni is the for devotional service. So who is considered the greatest devotee in the universe? We'll discuss in detail. So if I ask, what name comes to your mind if you think of a devotee? Many times Kṛṣṇa comes as his own devotee, like Lord Chaitanya. You can see the photograph here, how he is playing the role of a devotee. And in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam by Sanatana Goswami, if you read, the Nārada Muni, he is visiting different places. First he goes to the Saswamedh Ghat in Prayag, and he saw a Brahman and he glorified, oh, you are the greatest devotee. He said, no, what, I am a pauper, what a little bit I am giving. You go to the South India, there is a great king there, he is so rich, fabulously rich. He gives like charity in prasadam, millions of people every day. So he is greater than me as a devotee. So Nārada Muni goes there, and the king says, oh, I am nothing in front of the king of heaven, Indra. He is so rich. You go there, he is better devotee. So like that, Nārada Muni travels to Sargaloka. There also Indra says, no, we are always in anxiety. Demons are troubling us. Anytime our post will go. Indra creates a lot of disturbance. He sends apsaras and all. So like that, then Indra says, no, Brahma is superior to me. He is my guru. You go to Brahmalok. So like that, Nārada Muni travels to Brahmalok. Brahma says, no, I am always in a frightened condition. Anytime the devastation may come, I am so much responsibility. Any mistake, I am punished, like he did in Brahma Vimohan Lila. Here it happened in Vrindavan. So like that, then Brahma said, no, Shivji, Lord Shiva is in Kailas. You go there. So Nārada Muni travels there. Shiv said, no, better than me is Prahlad. And then he says, no, Hanuman is better. Then he says, Pandavas are better. So Pandavas say, no, Jadus are better. Jadu says, Gopis are better. Then ultimately, who is the topmost devotee? Is Srimati Radharani. Jai Sri Radheshyam. So Radharani is the topmost devotee. She came in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But here, we say, even Radharani glorifies Nārada Muni. She glorifies. Radharani is so humble, she says, somebody just bends down. She says, Kṛṣṇa, you didn't see he is paying obeisances. You have heard all these things. So Radharani is always like, that is one of her nature, out of 25 qualities, is one is humility, humble, very sober. So she always gives the credit to the fellow devotees. So like that, we will discuss a little more. So thus, he is the representation of Kṛṣṇa as a devotee. So here all these vibhutis or opulences we are discussing, so they are actually not Kṛṣṇa. They are the representation of Kṛṣṇa. Like we have seen a medical representative. He represents the company. The CEO or MD doesn't come for the advertisement. Who comes? The medical representative. He also tells the same thing. So here also they represent Kṛṣṇa means it makes Arjuna or all of us to remember Kṛṣṇa. And they have certain qualities. They have certain godly qualities. That is why Kṛṣṇa is choosing them. And he is telling Arjuna. The Gandharva planet is filled with entities who sing beautifully. So in Vrindavan, very famous for singing kirtan. So You know, the Gandharva planet, it's full of very beautiful. Even Nārada was a part of Gandharva planet earlier. Though there is some controversy, people say, how can he be like that? He is eternally a liberated soul. He is a pure devotee. But again, maybe due to kalpa bheda or due to some performing some lila to teach the people in general, he was glorifying the demigods among all the women. So that time he committed an offense at the feet of Indra, and he was cursed to take birth as a Sudra. Sudra, maid servant's son. But fortunately he got the opportunity to serve the Bhakti Vedantas, who were exalted Paramahamsas, and he served them very sincerely in the core of his heart, and he was taking the remnants of Mahaprasad left out by those devotees. He was participating in the Kirtan, he was hearing the Harikatha, and he was very devotedly serving Guru Nishtha. So like that, he got purified with all his sinful acts. And then he became one of the greatest devotees. His mother also died with snake bite. All of you know in Bhagavatam, first canto, 5th chapter, it's elaborately described. So then he got the opportunity to see Kṛṣṇa face to face. He traveled all the way, all the pilgrim places. He traveled the mountains, the valleys, the rivers, everywhere he went. Finally he was tired and he drank some water and just meditated below a tree. And then that was also banyan tree. The same, see, so the combination here, all three are there. So he was a Gandharva, Nārada Muni, and he sat on a banyan tree, and then he was meditating. He could see personally in his heart the Supreme Personality of God for a few minutes. Then again he disappeared. So he was very upset, he was very morose. What will happen? When I'll get the darshan again? Then there are some celestial sound from the sky that you will never get darshan again in this very life. So you have to give up this life, and the next life you will be the 10th Manasaputra, the mental son of Lord Brahma. The 4 Kumaras, then the Rudras, 11 Rudras, then the Manu. Like that, the 10th son is Nārada Muni. So he is the greatest devotee. So like that, the Gandharvas normally they sing for the Indra in the assembly of the Swargaloka. The dancers are there, the singers are there, musicians are there. So most of the time some entertainment program is going on. It is called Bhoga Joni. People just people go to Swargaloka for sense gratification. So like that he was singing and then he was also serving the kings especially. See, at the time of night, normally nowadays we see mobile and we don't get sleep. As a medical man, I know 90% of my patients, they come and they say, Dr. Sahab, I am not getting good sleep. So the Mr. Mobile is one of the reason. So what there, Gandharvas, they have to sing like Jagannath Puri. What Lord Jagannath hears every day? Geet Govind. Nicely Jagannath will sleep. So it is written on the ear also. So like that, so they used to beautifully sing, and the best singer is Citraratha. So among the perfect living entities, Kapila, the son of Devahūti, is the representative of Kṛṣṇa. He is considered an incarnation of Kṛṣṇa, Saktavesh avatar. And his philosophy is mentioned in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 3rd canto. Later on, another Kapila became famous, but his philosophy was atheistic. There are 2 Kapilas. Prabhupada says there is an atheistic Kapila and a devotee Kapila. And thus, devotee means he is an avatar actually. Thus, there is a gulf of difference between them. Om ajnanatimirandhasya jnananjana salakaya chakshurunmilitam jena tasmai Sri Gurave namaha Sri Chaitanya manobhishtam sthapitam jena bhutale swayam nupa kadamaiham dadati swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sriyuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Saitam Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Kṛṣṇa Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Visakhanvitam He Kṛṣṇa Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vusabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः पत्यनां पावनेभ्यः वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। पदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतसे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदेवतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। So, it's getting very dry. So all of you have been hearing since last couple of days, in the 10th chapter, Kṛṣṇa is describing his various vibhutis. Actually, Arjuna says, Kṛṣṇa, your vibhutis are undescribable. It is actually not known to many of us. Because you are the source. In the 10.8 Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita, you have heard what Kṛṣṇa says, Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravatete iti matva bhajanti mam drudha buddha bhava samandita. So he is the most intelligent, who knows Kṛṣṇa is the source of everything. So here, these four Chatusloki Gita, that is the essence of Bhagavad Gita, 8, 9, 10 and 11 slokas, this chapter. So there Kṛṣṇa teaches the essence of Bhagavad Gita, that is pure devotional service. So, and why Kṛṣṇa is describing all these opulences? Because Kṛṣṇa wants to make Arjuna assure that how great he is. What is the nature of this transcendental nature of Kṛṣṇa? So because why Arjuna is asking Kṛṣṇa, if you tell more and more opulent, I am getting nectar, I am getting more and more amrit out of this. Please tell more. Please tell. He is not satisfied. So like that, it tells, it generates in my heart and it nourishes my devotion. My bhakti is getting nourished by all these things. So please tell more. Then Arjuna, later on in these previous verses you have heard, Arjuna says, Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavam Purusam Saswatam Devam Adi Devam Ajam Vibhum. So Arjuna says, I have already realized that you are Param Brahma, you are Param Dhama, you are eternal, you are Ajanma, all these things I know. But not only me, all the great sages like Nārada Muni, Devala, Asita, Vyasa, all have agreed with this, no doubt about it. But there are some, unscrupulous people who are atheists. So for them you described the details. So that the conditioned souls, like Arjuna is playing the part of a conditioned soul, he is telling that whatever we see in and around, how we can remember, how we can understand, how we can interpret your presence, feel your presence in everywhere. So like Kṛṣṇa is all cognizant. It is going on in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam nowadays, in the class downstairs. So there it has been described by the internal potency of Kṛṣṇa, that is the Sambhit energy. Sandhini, Sambhit and Alhadini. Radharani is Alhadini. So Sambhit Balabhadra is the presiding deity of Sambhit energy, that is the internal energy. And so by that, the Guru, he transmits this through Bhaya, this Sambhit energy, he transmits all the transcendental knowledge to the disciple. Divya Gyan Hruday Prakashita. So it is mentioned that Atha Sri Krishna Namadi Graham Andriya, that means all this name of holy name we are chanting daily, it is beyond our sense perception. Seven mukhe hi jivhado swayam eva spuratyade. But just by doing the servings, devotional service, so it starts with our tongue, all these imports of knowledge will automatically revealed. It will be appear in our heart. Jatsa deve tathaguru, jatha deve tathaguru, tasaiva hetu prakasanti mahatmana. So, if somebody is doing service to the spiritual master, also serving the Lord, then automatically all the imports of Vedic knowledge will be revealed in his heart. So like that. So then Arjuna is asking, please tell more. I want to remember you. I want to, wherever I go, wherever I see, my mind needs more engagement in your various forms. I want to fix my mind in those years. So please tell your opulence, your power. You are so powerful. You are so beautiful. So all these things you tell in detail. So Arjuna, he was transcendent. He had transcendental intelligence. He was, realized soul. He is a pure devotee. But for others, for the benefit, especially the impersonalists, they say, oh, God is there everywhere, He is all pervading, but He has no form. So just to defy that, you can show your various, you can first tell in the next chapter, 11th chapter, Kṛṣṇa is going to show the universal form, right? So like that, it goes on. And Arjuna is feeling more and more thirsty to hear more and more. So in that context, because Kṛṣṇa says, my dear Arjuna, where I will start, where I will end. My vibhutis are unlimited, they are infinite. How can I finish within just one chapter? And only half an hour Kṛṣṇa told the entire Bhagavad Gita. Isn't it? In Mahabharata Yuddha. So like that, then today's words, we saw there are 4 things Kṛṣṇa is telling. One is tree, one is devarṣī, one is Gandharva, one is siddha. 4 things Kṛṣṇa is telling. So amongst the trees, as we know, the fig tree, that is banyan tree, it's called people tree also. It is very sacred. Sacred means, all of you have heard that Lord Buddha, he also perfected his life. He was in Lumbini. So he also sat below the banyan tree and he meditated. And he got the spiritual enlightenment below that tree. So like that, even Rupa Goswami mentions, as I said, in Skanda Purana, Rupa Goswami says this particular banyan tree has to be respected. You must pay obeisances. So like that, it is also mentioned in Katha Upanishad. Katha Upanishad, it is described that one time Nachiketa is a 5 years boy. He was so renounced from the childhood. He wanted to know the truth behind this material world. So he approached Jamraj. Jamraj, very, very nicely he described all this below the banyan tree. So it is not an ordinary tree. Even simply by sitting below it, you will develop all these, thoughts will come. Your concentration power, mind will increase, your memory will increase. So many positive things will happen. And many deities are there. Deities means, Vriksha, this tree is not a dead thing. It is a living being. So many devatas, demigods, that live inside the people tree or the banyan tree. So it is very transcendental. And Kṛṣṇa also did many pastimes. You have seen in Bhandit Bhatt, the marriage between Radha and Kṛṣṇa, it happened there, isn't it? So many things are there. And then whoever meditates or worships it, he gets the spiritual enlightenment. So like that, there are one time a beautiful story you heard that Brahmana and the cobbler, they were sitting. Then Nārada Muni said, I am going to Narayan to see Narayan. Oh, you are going. Then both of them asked Narayan how many time is left for our going back to Godhead. You heard that story? So the Brahman, first Nārada Muni went there and asked about the Brahmin. Nārada Muni said, he doesn't have faith in me. So he will take many, many lifetimes. He has to stay there. Then only he can come. And regarding the cobbler, he will come in this lifetime. Because he is doing stitching the shoes, but he is chanting Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So like that, then when Nārada Muni came back, and Lord Narayana told Nārada Muni to tell both of them that I was passing an elephant to the hole of a needle. You know that story. So then he came back and he said, first met the Brahmin. Oh, did you go? Yes. Did you meet Narayan? Yes. What he told? No, he was, what he was doing? No, he was passing an elephant. Oh, you are a joker. You don't have anybody you are joking with me. He insulted a Vaishnava. And then Nārada said, oh, yeah, I know. That is why he said you have to stay for a long period here. Then he went to the cobbler and he also asked, oh, what is there? Lord Narayana, he is putting that big banyan tree inside the seed. Just, banyan tree, the banyan seed is, the fruit is like this, and the seeds are many seeds in there. Even one small seed, the entire tree is there. And what is there? He can pass an elephant. It's not a big thing. And yes, your understanding is proper. You have full devotion. You are going back to this light. So like that, this banyan tree story comes, and it has many Ayurvedic effects, like in cough, in common cold and cough. It is very effective in various skin diseases and digestive disorders. These are the three departments: dermatology, gastroenterology. We are medical people now, we know technical terms. So, and then respiratory system. It is very effective. So like that, then coming to Citraratha, he is the best singer amongst the Gandharvas. Gandharvas are very, the sweet voice they sing. So the other name of Citraratha is Bhangaratha. Bhangaratha because it is described in Mahabharata actually elaborately how Citraratha was born out of Kashyap Muni, and his wife name was also Muni. Muni and Muni, both Muni. So then Citraratha was born. And that Pandavas, they are in exile, they are in Lakshagraha, and they, Duryodhana put fire and they escaped through a tunnel, right? Vidura informed them, and they came out into the jungle, and Bhim killed two demons. Who are they? One is Bakasura. Bakasura, and one more is Hidimbasura. The Hidimbi, he got married also, right? So after that, they were walking all the way, and it was evening, it became night. So the river Ganga was there, both were walking. Who? All the five brothers with Kunti Maharani. So suddenly Arjun, there was some sound, as if somebody is taking bath in the water. Oh, dead of night, who can take bath? Then there is some, not this Chinese torch light. Those days, some masal type of thing was there. So Arjun was leading in the front. He went and he saw this Citraratha was taking bath with his wife. And his wife's name is Kumbhinasi. So Kumbhinasi, and they were enjoying. So, but it was a private area. Then he was very upset. How did you come here? This is the time? This time is allotted for the Gandharvas. No human being should come. I will kill you. Then he immediately started fighting. There was a big combat between Arjun and Citraratha. He was a great fighter. He was a very brave person. That's why Kṛṣṇa says he is not an ordinary soul. That's why Kṛṣṇa says I am Citraratha, means he is a very great person. So their fighting was going on. Because Arjun was observing celibacy, he had that power, Brahma Shakti. So he easily defeated and make the powerless whom? Citraratha. And his wife was trembling with fear. Oh, what will happen to my husband? So then he tied the hands and legs. He took him to the Pandav camp, the other brothers, and they are waiting there. Okay, you do whatever you want with this. Then immediately that Kumbhinasi, she came forward with folded hands. She requested, please, my husband is innocent. He is full number one. Please rescue him. Please leave him. So then he was released, and then out of gratitude, he was so happy, he taught Arjuna the art of singing. He was a Gandharva. And also one more particular thing he taught Arjuna, that is called Chakshusi Vidya. Chakshusi Vidya means he gave something called mystic power, black art type. Not black art, it is a magic art. He taught Arjuna. So by sitting here, Arjuna could see all the three worlds, upper, middle and lower planetary system, what is happening. But Kṛṣṇa gave Arjuna deva-ṛṣīṇām, that is another thing, that is spiritual vision. But this is not exactly spiritual vision, but it was something like a magic, So he could visualize what is happening where, Swargalok, what is happening, Patalok, what is happening, just by sitting here. He has that much power. And also he gave 400 horses, beautiful horses, and big chariot, and many other gifts he gave. So Arjuna was feeling okay. Now then they become very affectionate to each other. They are very friends, good friends. And every birthday of Arjun, Citraratha will be always present. He will be the leader, cutting cakes and singing. And birthday means happy birthday to you. So that singing was done by Citraratha, not this song, something else. Whatever it is. Then Arjuna, he was thinking how I can repay the debts. So he gave a missile, not India-Pakistan missile. It's a very different missile. This is nothing. Nowadays, every war is done by drone. That time drone was not there. So it was like, so this, that is called Agni. What is that called? Agni-shira. Agni-shira means like it was like a head of a head made of a fire. And it used to go and hit on the surface to air, surface to surface. So that type of missile. He taught that art. Who? Arjun. So like that. And this Chakshusha Vidya, originally it was learned from Manu to Soma. To Soma, and then Soma taught it to Viswavasu. And Viswavasu, he taught it to this, what is his name? Citraratha, and he taught to Arjuna. Like that, it goes on. So then he told very, very beautiful narrations about Vishwamitra and Vasishtha, how they are fighting, big Brahmarshis. Two Brahmarshis are fighting. So wonderful narrations are there. So like that, and he was also sent as a messenger to Lord Shiva. And you remember in the 4th canto it is mentioned, the Prithu Maharaj, that pastime, where Mother Earth was like a cow and they were milking her, and the calf was, who was the calf? This Citraratha was the calf. Remember? Some calf has to be there, no? Then milk will come. So like that, and he was a big worshipper of Kubera. He wants a lot of money. So like that, next he says, deva-ṛṣīṇāṁ ca nāradaḥ. Nārada. Nārada. Nara means the transcendental knowledge about the super soul. Da means who gives. So Nārada Muni is the greatest spiritual master. He has the highest number of disciples. Jagataka Swami Maharaj, how many? 70,000. This is human being. But Nārada Muni, as many number of universes are there. Only one Nārada Muni. He goes every universe. And he is a spaceman. He doesn't require an aeroplane. Not even the celestial aeroplane. Celestial aeroplane is also, it has consciousness. It is like a person. You tell him, go to New York, it will take you. Or go to Brahmalok, it will take you. But Nārada Muni doesn't require any vehicle. He can go by his same body. All the universes, even spiritual world, even Vrindavan, top to anywhere he can go. It's such an empowered incarnation. It's called Saktaves Avatar. So like that, I have already told the past history, how he became a devarshi. And in Kali Yuga, he came as Srivas Thakur. Srivas Thakur is the incarnation of Nārada Muni. Wonderful Kirtaniya. So, Nārada Muni, one time he was visiting the Dwarka, where Kṛṣṇa was doing pastimes with the 16,108. It is mentioned in the 10th canto of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, where it is mentioned that Nārada Muni had that transcendental vision that he could see from one place he is sitting, what he could see in different palaces. And the time was different. One place morning, one place afternoon, one place. Just imagine. So such a mystic. So that power he had. He could visualize 16,108 Kṛṣṇas acting differently. Somewhere Kṛṣṇa is playing, somewhere he is eating, somewhere sleeping, somewhere and giving marriage, daughter in marriage, like that. So then after that he is seeing all the Kṛṣṇas came out of their house and they become one Kṛṣṇa. Then Daruka came with the chariot and mounted the chariot, went to Sudharva Sabha. And then after that again Kṛṣṇa came back, Daruka stopped there, again one Kṛṣṇa become 16,108. Again they went to the... All these things Nārada Muni could witness. Actually Nārada Muni, every page of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, will you find any page where Nārada Muni is not there? You take any pastime. Dasiratnakar, who is the Guru? Nārada Muni. Valmiki, he wrote Ramayana. Dhruva Maharaj, Nārada Muni. And Prahlad Maharaj, Nārada Muni. So many. So, and you name it, it is Nārada Muni, he will be there. So that's why Prabhupada says whenever he used to give classes, he will put a extra chair. For whom? Nārada Muni. So he's our Guru. So we need his mercy, we will pray. By his mercy, even by his curse. This Jamala, Nalakubera and Manigriva, they went back to Godhead. By curse. You know, na? They are this Damodar Leela. So similarly, Nārada Muni also cursed the Yaduvans, that Samba, who was false pregnancy he was showing. Then whole Jadu dynasty got delivered. So like that, even he is angry upon somebody, he is also benefited. So Nārada Muni, he is the, even it is in maximum number of disciples means even the kings, all the kings, all the even paupers, not only rich people, all paupers, don't have been sufficient money. Whatever to kings and even the demons, Kansa, all demons, Narada Muni could go freely. Ravana, Kansa, Hiranyakashipu, they were inviting Narada Muni, no obstacle, they will never harm him. Such a exalted. So then he was doing all this, and he knows past, present and future. So Kṛṣṇa used to hear all this Kṛṣṇa Leela from Narada Muni. He will say, you tell what I have to do. So he will tell, after this you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to go to Dwarka, you have to do this. So he will tell, in the 10th canto you see, such a exalted Vaishnava he is. And many times he was also cursed like Daksha. 1,000 sons he made all Paramahamsas, Brahmacharis. Then again 10,000, first 10,000, then 1,000 like that. Daksha was so angry, he cursed, you fellow, you will never stay at one place. So like that, but it is a blessing. Then all this preaching movement came, ISKCON, because of Narada Muni. Prabhupada gives full credit to Narada Muni. So many things can be told about Narada Muni. There's a beautiful verse in the first canto, chapter 3, verse number 8. I will recite it, please hear carefully. Tritiyam rishi sargam vaye devarṣīṇāṁ upetyasaha tantram satsvatam aśvatthaḥ niskarmyam karmana yataha. So Tritiyam means third. Rishi sargam, sarga visarga. Sarga means they are the primary creation. Visarga is Brahma's creation. So this is sarga, in which the millennium of the Rishis, the third incarnation, who was that? He was this, Narada Muni. Tritiyam. So then devarṣīṇāṁ, Deva and Rishi, sage and demigod, sage amongst the demigod. Upetya saha, he was amongst the demigods, he was there. Then aśvattha tantram sasvatam. Aśvattha means amongst the tantra means the Vedas basically. So he was expert in all the Vedic literature. Narada Muni, you see 7th canto, all the grahasthas, all the sannyasis, everywhere his instructions are there. To Vasudeva he instructed, to Yudhishthira Maharaj he instructed, whole Bhagavatam you will get Narada Muni. So it is there in the millennium of the Rishis, personality of Godhead accepted the third empowered incarnation. He is the Saktavesa avatar in the form of devarṣīṇāṁ. A great sage. The last line is important. Naiskarmyam karmanam yataha. That means those who are very busy with their fruitive activities. They are always these karmis. Even they become great Vaishnavas by association of Narada Muni. That is what. And he is empowered with what? To preach the cult of devotional service. That is why Narada Muni is so famous amongst all of us. He is very regretting that many of the so-called media, social media, they are insulting Narada Muni like anything. That is why you see their situation. They make him a joker or something like that. Before coming to ISKCON, we didn't know his exalted position. Even Kṛṣṇa personally washes his lotus feet. Narada Muni, he gives, just like Sudama Vipra, Kṛṣṇa gives so much respect. He says, you are even greater than me. Whatever you desire, I will do. So like that. So there are many things can be told, but time is only 5 minutes left. So I will come to the fourth part, that is the siddhānāṁ kapilo muniḥ. So Kapila is also Muni, says he is Lord Kapila also. He is also Saktavesa avatar. Aves means is empowered. So basically they are Jiva Tattvas. They are not Vishnu Tattva. Try to understand. Vishnu Tattva means they are like all the direct expansion. But here they are separated, but they are empowered. Like Prabhupada. All are ISKCON gurus, all the ISKCON acharyas. They are also Saktavesa avatar. Please remember it. We must respect them from the core, even if they are grahasthas. We should not be disrespectful. It's very important. And Prithu Maharaj, he also. And then Rishabhdev, Lord Rishabhdev. So many years are there. And Kapil Dev also, Lord Kapila. So like that. So Lord Kapila, he propagated the Sankhya philosophy. What do you mean by Sankhya philosophy? Sankhya means analytical calculation of 21 things. 5 senses, 5 sense subjects, working senses 5, knowledge acquiring senses 5 plus 5, 10, the sense subject 5, 15, and Pancha Mahabhut, 20, and time. Altogether 21. If you analytically see, the 3 things basically, one is time, soul, and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These 3 things, permutation, combination. Everything can be, but it's very complicated. It is mentioned in 3rd canto. he incarnated as the son of Kapila Muni and Devahūti. Very nice descriptions are there. Devahūti served Kapila Muni like anything, and then she was blessed with 9 girl children. But then finally, while Kapila Muni is about to leave, then Devahūti was in lamenting. So he understood her mood. Then he gave another son in form of Kapil Dev. So then he created a mansion, a flying city practically. It's a huge like Mathura. It is flying in air. All the gardens, everything is there. They were enjoying there. So like that. So there, Lord Kapila, he taught his mother. For Mataji especially, you must read how Mother Devahūti, she got the self-realization, how to get out of the family attachment, which is very dussadhya. Kṛṣṇa says in 10th canto to the gopis, Griha Sankhala, dussadhyam Griha Sankhala. So this the attachment of household people, the children, all these pets, all is so difficult. But he systematically taught the practice of devotional service, the principles of devotional service, the how to execute devotional service. Very nice chapters are there. You all can read that. And he was staying in Ganga Sagar, while the Ganga Nadi meets the Bay of Bengal. And here also Lord Kapila Muni came here. Which forest it is? Kumudaban. You have gone there? Kumudaban, near the it is near Talban. So basically there is a temple dedicated to Lord Kapila. So there is a beautiful pond is there. Kumuda means lotus flower. So he also meditated there. He did tapasya in Braj also. So like that. So basically he by analytical studies, Sankhya philosophy, he established who is the creator and what is our relationship with the creator. All these details he mentioned. And then that Kṛṣṇa is telling, I am also amongst the siddhas, I am also Kapila. So all these things, and Prabhupada says in the end, there is an atheistic Kapila, we should be very careful. There are Sad Darsanas. Sad Darsana, you know, Gautama, then Patanjali. So one of them is this Kapila, not this theistic Kapila, atheistic Kapila. So he also gave something, some impersonalist view. So like that, one has to be careful, Prabhupada says, while dealing with all these analytical Sankhya Yoga. It is clearly mentioned in the 11th canto. Kṛṣṇa describes this to Uddhava, and also it is the 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. You have already read it, and in the 3rd canto. There are so many places Sankhya Yoga is described. Hare Krishna. So this so today we learned there are 4 great personalities. One should respect the banyan tree, and one should be careful about Nārada Muni, and we discussed about the pastimes of Citraratha, how he gave so many things to Arjuna, and lastly we discussed about Lord Kapila. He attained the siddha. Siddha means perfection. So Kṛṣṇa is telling all these things. So while in our dealings, we may not remember Kṛṣṇa all the time, but whenever we see these things, like he will describe, in so many things are coming up. He will say Himalaya, seas, ocean, every thing we see, we can remember Kṛṣṇa. So like that, this is the purpose. So any comments, just one thing if you want, otherwise we'll finish it here. Hare Krishna. I made it little simplified so that actually many things can be told, but within 1 hour is not possible. हरे कृष्ण. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय. उपस्थित समस्त भक्त वृंद की जय. निताय गौर सीतानाथ प्रेमानंदे. हरि हरि बोल.